Hi everyone, and welcome to this talk on freedom. How are you, awakening beautiful souls? Let's get straight into it. Get nice and comfy, kick back and get ready to relax. I will do a meditation on this topic after I complete this video, but for now I just wanted to give you the heads up on why you may be feeling a little trapped, the opposite of freedom. And it's because you're being called to awaken. Yep, all of us are being called to move forward with discipline and awareness and to step up our game. So the places where you're feeling trapped, the opposite of free, are showing up for you in a big way right now. So in your relationships, in your money situation, in your relationship with Source, your connection to all things, and how much you know yourself. You're getting questioned from every different direction at the moment. Work, right? You've got to move ahead. So what does freedom mean to you? Does it mean when the kids grow up, I'll be free? Freedom's waiting for me on the other side of abundance when I win the lottery, when I make money? Or is there a condition to it? Just notice what your condition is. Maybe you're unsure. So most likely you're feeling in some way trapped by your life and the lies you've been told. And you're living a complete lie and you're living in an illusion. So what you're being called to do is be more authentic and to live authentically in congruency with your greater self and to work on your connection. And when you work on that connection with Source is when you find true freedom. Freedom in this consciousness we're in currently comes at a price. It comes along with the tag of suffering, fear, and control and pain thrown in for fun. And a lot of us have bought that lie that we need to sacrifice something and sacrifice ourselves and a whole lot of other things to get where and what we need. And that is something we're growing out of now. We're coming to learn that we don't have to suffer for our religion. We can actually have heaven right here on earth right now. And all we have to do is get out of our own way. So if we can step into that new consciousness which is coming through, then we're going to find that we're not feeling trapped, that we're feeling freer. At the moment, if you can commit to throwing a light of awareness on where you're not living your authenticity, where you're not following through on your creativity, where you're not living your life to its grandest and fullest potential, then you're going to get further pushed until you do make some changes. So number one, throw awareness and sit back and relax and just observe yourself as like from a third person point of view and see, over there, yeah, I tend to do that. And over here, yeah, look at what I'm doing. And it is all about you. You're the only one that holds the ticket to your freedom. So if you're feeling like you're caged in and caught up and trapped, you're kind of right, because you can't freely express yourself while you're hanging on to the old baggage, the old patterns, the old learnt behaviors, the inherited traits, okay? So we're stuck in a bit of a storyline and patterns at the moment. So when we throw awareness on that, into all those areas that aren't truth, you'll feel that those are the things that don't resonate with you and you will need to make changes into a different space. You'll need to focus on maybe spending some quiet time in meditation to see what your heart's calling out for you to do, or maybe you already know what that is. And those are the things you're being called to do right now and to do it quickly. Get onto the bandwagon of what brings you joy, what fills your heart with laughter and joy and lightness and spaciousness and love. That's what you'll be focusing your attention on, not on any negativity. You're going to leave that behind now. There's no room for that where we're going. Okay, so we're stepping up our game. You need to then, once you've identified the areas And it's quite confronting at times to realize that, maybe I was asleep then. And I can say to myself, I'm not to blame here. I'm always doing the best I can with the best I know and the patterns I'm running. So myself and yourself are not blaming yourself. You're just learning and growing from your experiences in life and seeing them for what they are. Take yourself up to a grander perspective and realize that now you're conscious of what they are and the areas you're perhaps feel like you're failing in or trapped, that you get to make some conscious choices now. You get to choose, and make changes. Okay, so we've got awareness, throwing that light, shining a light, a torch on where we're not really being our authentic selves. Then we're choosing and making choices towards living that grander, light, and joy-filled life. We're ready to try something different and we're being pushed for it. So there's a difference between where you are and where you're going, and you're feeling that gap right now. And that's the feeling of being trapped, being in a cage. I'm unable to move forward. I'm unable to make a step forward. Because if you didn't know exactly where you're going, you're unsure. So maybe write that down. Where am I going? What am I after? What would I really love to see show up in my life? And what do I need to change? Writing it down is always a fantastic tool to help you really see where you are and where you'd like to be. And as I said, that deficit, that difference between now and this already created and imagined world that you want to be living is the gap that you're going to fill. Okay, so we're starting off here. We're taking all of ourselves, our whole body, our whole being with us, and we're arriving in a new consciousness, in a new world, if you like, where we have all the tools and we're feeling light and energetic because we've left the garbage behind. So it's great to feel the difference between those two realities, if you like, because then you know your gap. The gap between what you are currently doing and where you need to be. And then you can make those choices to get there. This involves stepping up into your power. So you've been dumbed down, and let's face it, we've allowed ourselves to be controlled. We've allowed ourselves to be ruled, given further rules, instructions. Now we have to write, be kind to staff, and, none of this behavior will be tolerated while you're talking to our staff and all like that. That should be just something we know. We just know how to treat another human being right. It's just innate. So we're being dumbed down so far that we need to be told how to talk to one another. And that's crazy. This is another human being. This is part of you. You are part of everything, and everything you say comes around, stays around, and fills the consciousness you're living in. So working on yourself is of utmost importance to bring us all along on the journey. And there are lots of people who are paving the way for us. Lots of light workers, lots of helpers out there. There's so many people you can ask questions to, and there are so many things you can Google and watch at the moment that will help you on your way. And as I said, I'd love you to, when you've had a chance to observe a little more, come and join in the freedom meditation so you can take yourself to that next level and have a little bit more understanding and be kind to yourself. So you're aware that there's something new and a new way of being, and that's what you're craving. That craving is for knowing yourself more fully, realizing who you are, and then living that life, staying connected to source, to all that is, keeping that as your utmost awareness, that you are the creator, that you are a wonder here in physical form, and that you're creating your life at all times. And now you can do that consciously. So it's very, very exciting. If you can begin to notice where you've currently placed your attention, And what you've been focusing on, and it hasn't been working, it is time to try something new and different. Time to step up the game. So I hope you understand a little bit more about why you could potentially be feeling like you're locked up. It's because you are. You've allowed yourself to be overridden and controlled by patterns, and it's not your fault. But now you know it is up to you to make choices and conscious choices to get yourself out of that rut, to move forward and to choose more consciously for what's in your greatest and highest good. Please join me for the freedom meditation, and I wish you well on your journey. Bye.